Hi Libra, welcome to your November 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this month, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, you get all right, so you've got the Seven of Pentacles, right? So this month is going to be a month where you really are taking your time with something, okay? So this is going to be about you starting to look at what the longer term plans are. Now that we're out of, and now that we're out of Libra season, this is about you really taking the time, right? To figure out, what do I want from this next year? What are my bigger long-term goals? The Seven of Pentacles is about taking your time with something, but it's also about putting the work and understanding where your sustained effort is best utilized. And so this month, it looks like you really are starting to jot things down. This is about you starting to make some plans. This is about you starting to really think about, right, what am I going to get out of this next year? What does this next 12 months ahead actually look like for me? And more importantly, what is it that I need to tend to? What is it? And, on a really mundane level, this could be a month that something comes up where you realize, I've been not slacking in this area, but I haven't given as much time and attention to something as I need to. This could see you redoubling your efforts this month as well. So you're putting time into something and you're kind of saying to yourself, right, okay, I've done the bare minimum up until this point, but now it's about getting more focused. Now it's about putting more energy, more time, more effort into something. And it's kind of like this month is going to be a month of delayed gratification for you, and you understand that at a deep level. It's kind of like it doesn't put you off. It's not an issue to you. There's a part of you that's just like, right, okay, this is more time, more effort, more energy is what I need to put into this in order to get something great out of it. For your money and materials, you have the Lovers card. This is nice, right? So look at this. You are literally making the choice to dedicate yourself to something. So this is about you gearing up to put some hard work into something. This is about you taking the time to say, right, now that I understand what my longer term goals and wants and desires are, I know where it is that I need to put my time and my effort. So this is about you making that choice. It's also about you looking at your financial options. You could be, for some of you could be considering mortgages this month. For some of you could be considering, right, what are the resources that I'm going to need to finally start that business? For some of you, this could be about a car. For others, this could be about a remodel on a home that you already own. This month you are looking at your financial options, and when I say looking at your financial options, this isn't just like, this is what I'd like to do. This is you getting really serious about it, right? So you're reaching out to banks, you're speaking to lenders, you're checking what the markets are saying. This is about you really doing that legwork and that research to start to understand, right, what are the resources that I'm going to need financially in order to make these things happen. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this could be a month where it's your upper body, right? It's going to be your arms, your hands, your fingers, all of your, maybe you're doing that. For some of you, this could be, this could be you doing the preliminary exercises or something that you need to do. One, either to get some sort of rehab journey underway. So if you've had trouble like with your grip, or maybe just lifting things, you're like, wow, my upper body strength is just not there, I need to work on that. This could be a month where that's what you're focusing on. And for some of you, I don't know why, I just keep getting this image in my mind. It's like you're doing exercises with your hands and your wrists so that you can play an instrument, whether that is the guitar. That takes a lot of practice because it's quite, there's a lot going on there. Whether it's piano, whether, it's kind of like I see you doing things that are going to strengthen your hands, your fingers, your arms, in order to play an instrument. It's really strange. That's the message that's coming through anyway. And then for your home and environment, I feel like a lot of you are doing some sort of work on the home, or there are plans to do something to the home, to change it, to modify it in some respect. And I can tell you this, if you're doing this to add value to the property, you will absolutely do that. Like, you'll see it. Don't consider this like a short-term fix though. It's going to be long-term profit. It's going to be a long-term gain rather than a short-term sort of quick fix, if that makes sense. For your communications and conversations, you have the Strength card, right? So look at this. This is about you being really honest and open this month about what you need. This could be like, so, I mean, if you're speaking to financial institutions, or if you're speaking to people that you want to collaborate with or partner with, this month you're being really honest about what your wants, needs, and, you know, yeah, about what your wants and needs are. And because it is the Strength card, this is about you having that strength to ask for what you want, to ask for what you need, right? And sometimes this is the thing, like Libra spends so much time trying to make sure that everybody has something, that everybody's getting, you know, a good end of the deal, that sometimes they end up cutting themselves out. Whereas this month, it's kind of like you're saying, no, you know what? I know what I need, I know what I want, and I'm going to ask for them. You're finding that courage to really speak on the things that you want and need in your life, and what the resources are that are going to back that up. Which is great. For your love and relations, you have the Ace of Swords, right? So for a lot of you, look at this, right? For those of you that are in that weird sort of limbo space of a bit of a situationship, this month you're going to be making a choice, right? This is going to be the month where you finally look at that person and say, yes, we're about it, or no, this person doesn't fit. It's kind of, and it really will be one way or the other. And the reason I say this is because it looks like you're already in that space with a person of, well, you know, we're not really sure what we are, or if we're exclusive, if we're not. Like, it's just been wishy-washy up until this point. Whereas this month you're going to get really clear. Like, you'll either say, yes, this person is for me, or no, this person isn't for me. For those of you that are partnered, been in a long-term relationship, this is about you guys signing some sort of paperwork or document or contract of some sort. Maybe this is you starting a business together. Maybe it's you selling a business together. Maybe it is you guys, you know, deciding to embark on some not legal journey, but something that is at least legally binding, you know, that has a contract involved. Now, I said this to everybody, Mercury is retrograde until the 3rd of November, Mars is going to be retrograde until the 13th, so you want to wait until the 15th before you action anything. Mercury will be out of shadow, and Mars will at least be direct, okay, like properly direct, not station. So that's great, because it's just going to pick up speed from there on in. For those of you that are single, look at this, right? This is about you really saying to yourself, I know what I want, I know what I need, I know what I'm ready to go after, I know what I'm ready to give my time and energy to. And when it comes to relationships, this is about you saying, right, you know what, unless you're going to give me a real, honest, true, open commitment, I'm not interested. This is about, you know, whether you're a girl or a guy or a person or a they, this is about you kind of saying, you know what, I'm done with the F-boys and the F-girls. You know, unless somebody's real, unless somebody's about it and they want something concrete, you ain't getting the goodies. Good for you. For your first week of the month, you've got the Moon card underneath the 7 of Pentacles. So this is going to see you getting some much needed focus and clarity. I kind of feel like this first week of the month, you might be doing a little bit of this, you know, drifting about, and you'll be a bit like, yeah. And then you're going to go, snap out of it, come on, right? Like, I know, like, this is where you're getting clear with yourself, and it's also where you're going to get really focused. So this first week of the month could present you with a situation that highlights to you where you have either been wishy-washy about something, or where you haven't put as much effort as you could. Like, I had a realization today, as I'm filming this. So this morning when I went to the gym, I was like working out, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, I mean, I'm doing all right, but I'm not really dedicating myself the way that I actually could. And it was like this big moment where I was kind of saying to myself, you know what, yeah, I need to put more into it. And I kind of feel like this is what's going to happen for you this first week of November. Something's just going to highlight to you where it is that you haven't quite been putting in what you could. And that's never a bad thing, right? It's not a reason to berate yourself. It's a reason to celebrate yourself. One, because you've realized it, so you've already neutralized half of the problem. And two, because once you have that knowledge, that's when you can say to yourself, right, let's make a plan. Let's make a solid, concrete plan and see where it is that we need to put our focus now. For your second week of the month, you have the Temperance card underneath the Lovers. I like this. I mean, when it comes to money, finances, this could be a month where you are going after that big money, right? Whether this is for a remodel of a house, whether it's for a mortgage, whether it's for a car. This is going to be the month where you're looking at something and saying, right, this is going to be a huge investment. This is going to require this, this, and this from me. And look at this, because it's the Temperance card ruled by Jupiter, you are looking at several different options, right? You're not just looking in one place and kind of being narrow-minded about it. This is about you saying, right, what's the whole spectrum of what I have access to and what is going to serve me best in what it is that I'm trying to do or trying to create, especially if it's a business of some sort. For your third week of the month, you have the Magician card right underneath the Strength card. So this is great. A lot of the ideas that are coming in this month are going to come from other people, right? So interaction, connection, communication is going to be really important, especially with elders in your family. So this could be, parents, it could be aunts, uncles, great aunts. It's very likely to be somebody that's older, somebody that's seasoned, or somebody that's already very successful in their own right. These are the people that you want to tap up this month in your own world, let's say. And the reason being is because the ideas that are going to help you advance yourself or push you forward in some respect, they're coming from your elders. They're coming from people that are already, let's say, seasoned. I love that word, especially in relation to people, because it's like, I don't believe that people are old. I really don't. And I say that because I'm now 35, and the older I get, the more I'm like, I still feel the same, and it's just that my housing, my shell is a bit older, maybe got a few more knocks and scrapes on it, but other than that, like, I don't feel old, if that makes sense. So seasoned is a much better word than older, I guess. All right. Maybe it's just me clinging to my youth. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Hermit card. So look at this, right? You literally are, for some of you, and this is specifically those of you that are in those situationships, as I talked about, this is where you are actually saying, you know what, I'm done with this, right? Unless you can give me a real commitment, and it's not about what you can give me, but unless you can give me a real commitment or show me where this connection between us is going, I'm out. I'm out, because there are so many other things that are awaiting me on the other side. And this is where you're getting really clear. This is a month where I think across the board, you're just getting very clear about what you want from life and where it is that you're actually going, which is really nice. So this is, when it comes to your actions and what it is that you're doing, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your ideas, when it comes to business, work, career, when it comes to love, this is a month of clarity. This is a month where you're really starting to understand this is actually what I want. And once you know that, everything else becomes easier, because you can arrange everything around it. For those of you that are partnered or in some sort of connection, relationship, marriage, this is about you guys deciding, right, okay, you know what, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it together. This is you embarking on a decision, but it is one that's likely to be legally binding in some respect, or certainly something of a contractual nature. And then finally, for your key to the month, you get the Empress, right? So look at this, from this clarity, from this new, and the Empress is Venus, your ruler. So from that clarity that comes from within, it's going to provide a really fertile ground for everything that you want to start to grow. This can be an amazing month for things coming into that energy of flourishing. It's interesting as well, because as we get into this month, Venus is going to move into your sign. She's going to enhance you. She's going to beautify you. She's going to give you a softer outlook. She's going to make you more agreeable to other people, but she's also going to make you more enticing to other people as well. Use it wisely. It doesn't happen very often, right? So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.